Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jensen Decotaran, and my report is all about cargo handling equipment, cranes, derricks, conveyors, and safety protocols. So, cargo handling equipments like machines, cranes, derricks, and conveyors are very important for moving goods quickly and smoothly. However, safety rules is very important to stop accident and damage and to avoid hazards to keep workers safe and protect the machines by maintenance. So, yung mga cargo equipments natin is very important sa pag-build ng port and to distribute the goods and easy natin ma-distribute yung mga kailangan ng mga ships, kailangan ng mga workers natin. So, in general definition, cargo handling equipments used for loading or discharging operations and various equipment depending upon the type of cargo. So, mamaya in the other slide, I will explain it one by one. So, first is crane. So, the definition of crane is a heavy-duty mechanical lifting machine designed to move or lift and position large and heavy materials and ship parts during shipbuilding, repair, and related logistics operation within the shipyard area. So, yung crane, makikita natin mamaya sa mga picture, and meron tayong types of crane like gantry crane, overhead crane, floating crane, tower crane. So, some of these cranes are familiar o nakita nyo na. Hindi lang sa port, kundi sa mga ginagawang mga area like canning area. Meron dito, makita nyo mamaya. So, crane type and function dito is first is gantry crane. Gantry cranes are versatile lifting devices used to handle heavy equipment, steel structure, large molds, like bulky materials in industries. So, this is the picture of gantry crane. Nakita nyo. So, sobrang laki siya and ginagamit siya pang transport or pang lift ng mga large molds o tinatawag natin mga cargo o mga ginagamit sa pag-construct ng shipyard o mga warehouse. Ito yung ginagamit nila. So, makakatulong naman ito sa shipyard. Like that. Next is overhead crane. So, I hope some of the OJT natin sa Nancy Fishing and ice plant, nakita na ito and alam ko na familiar kayo. So, ito yung nakita nyo is ginagamit ito sa loading and unloading. Commonly ginagamit ito sa unloading and unloading. So, ginagamit ito sa pag-move ng mga materials and moving parts, assembly lines, handling heavy equipment, and pag-construction. Lalo na sa mga storage shipyard or ganun sa mga ice plant. Makita natin ito. Ice plant is related din naman din sa sa shipyard. Crane type and function ng floating crane. So, floating crane, ginagamit ito ng paggawa ng mga bridge sa port or pag-salvage ng barko. Pag-salvage, ang term na salvage is pag may malunod na barko, ito yung ginagamit na pang-ahon o kunin yun sa pinakamalalim. So, kung magtanong kayo is kung naka-attach siya or nag-move siya, yes. Nag-move siya and movable talaga siya. Ginagamit yan sa mga pag-recover ng mga ship or tulad sinabi ko mga nalunod like equipment o nalunod, ganun yung ginagamit nila. And yung mga ship is yung dala-dala ng mga ship is ma-transfer niya agad-agad in another ship naman. Next is tower crane. Tower crane is ito yung tsura niya and i-provide sa ng unmatched vertical elevation na 360. So, umiikot talaga siya 360 degree. They are essential for lifting heavy loads like steel beams, concrete slabs, and other fabricated components to great heights. So, no, yung tower crane to, maganda to sa pag-construct talaga sa port. Makakatulong talaga ito, and lalo na sa ano niya, sa na-provide niya na 360 degrees cover, no? Kasi madali niya ma-hit yung dapat niyang gagawin. Next is safety protocols ng cranes. So, nakikita nyo sa screen natin, meron tayong type of equipment, safety protocol. So, for the type of equipment, muna si cranes. Then, sa safety protocols naman, operator must be qualified and properly trained adhering to regulatory standards as OSA. So, OSA, yan yung dapat meron kang proper training. Like sa SOLAS, no, na tinatawag. Pero, pag mag-operate ka naman sa mga machinery, dito tayo sa OSA din, dapat qualified ka and properly trained para makover natin yung mga dapat natin gawin. Like, mga safety protocols, alam natin yon, and mga hazards, maiwasan natin. Daily inspection before operation are mandatory, including checking mechanical, hydraulic, and safety system. So, hindi lang tayo basta na akyat lang ng machines natin o magpapagana lang agad-agad. Dapat before and after tayo magamit, kailangan natin i-check or para ma-maintain yung quality ng machine. So, load stability is critical. Proper use of slings, load limits, and controlling sudden movement prevent accident. So, dito naman sa safety protocols na ito, ipinapahiwatig niya na dapat yung mga load na ginagamit natin or pag-lift natin ng mga gamit, dapat naka-proper lang doon. Hindi lalampas sa bigat, kasi pag lalampas na sa bigat ng kinukuha mo, possibly na masisira yung machine mo. Like, mapuputol yung boom niya or ang hook niya, mapuputol. Machinery must be regularly maintained to prevent mechanical failure. So, electrical system and control should be fully functional and safety devices operational. Environmental conditions such as wind and sea state must be considered. Yes, dapat ito i-consider dito kasi if ever na may mangyari na event like hindi na mapigilan, like bagyo o malakas na hangin, mataas na mga alon, kailangan natin yun ma-prevent kasi mahirap naman kung gagawa naman tayo ng port, like gumagawa tayo ng port and malakas yung hangin. Syempre dapat nakabantay lang tayo and presence of mind sa paggawa. Operator, fatigue, and communication protocols, important safety factors. Yes, dapat tayo na nag-ooperate, need natin malaman yung mga safety factors, no, like pinapaalam natin sa mga kasama natin na like, mag-load tayo and mag-unload ng gamit para maiwasan yung mga instances like mga seriously ill na o mabagsakan ka, ganun. Maiwasan natin yun. So, safety zones or barricades should be established to keep unauthorized personnel clear of crane operation areas. Like, dapat maglagay tayo ng mga hazards, like malaman ng mga workers natin na mag-unload ka doon and maglagay tayo ng caution sign or other signs na for safety.